First novella by MJJ Taylor. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Chapter 1. Arrival. The glass doors of Lewisham Police Station slid open with a hydraulic hiss. PC Miles Regan stepped inside, boots clunky on the polished floor, uniform still stiff from its packaging and smelling faintly of starch. His cap was tucked under his arm. His palms were already slick with sweat that had nothing to do with the heating. He stopped dead for half a second, just long enough to take it in. The place loomed like a beast. High ceilings stretched up, swallowing sound and bouncing it back with double force. Fluorescent buzzed overhead, bleaching every corner with a cold hum. Wide corridors seemed to stretch forever, branching and bending, leading to God knows where. Radios chattered constantly, bursts of coded numbers and shorthand that meant nothing to him yet. Officers strode past with clipboards and steaming mugs of tea, boots squeaking on the lino. Detectives, shirt sleeves rolled, moved in quick packs, phones clamped to their ears, muttering sharp and low. Somewhere down the corridor, a photocopier let out a strangled whale song, and someone swore at it. Organized chaos, a hive in motion, and Miles felt tiny in the middle of it. A kid dropped into someone else's play where everyone else knew their lines. "Oi!" The voice cut across the din like a blade. A stocky man in his late 40s shouldered his way through the flow, hair graying at the sides, face set in a permanent scowl, jaw working on gum like it owed him rent. He moved like a man who had earned the right to shove, who'd been doing this long enough not to apologize for it. "You Regan?" "Yes, sir," Miles blurted. Too quick, too formal. The man seized his hand, grip crushing. His eyes were sharp, hard, the kind that had stared down liars so often he could smell one before they opened their mouths. "Right. I'm DSR. You stick with me, do what I say, and maybe you'll make it to the end of the week. Job's simple. Don't be a mug. Understand?" Miles straightened, felt the tremor in his voice. "Yes, sir." Hart's brow climbed. The gum slowed. "Sir?" "Sir?" "Mate, I work for a bleedin' livin'. You call me sir again, and I'll think you're taking the piss." "Sorry. Yes, Hart." "Better. Come on, then. Grand tour before you start blubbing for your mum." He slapped Miles between the shoulder blades, hard enough to knock him a half step forward, and steered him down a corridor painted in the tired municipal cream every public building seemed to wear. It had the color of nicotine stains, the look of something that could be scrubbed forever and never come clean. The air carried 3 layers: bleach, sweat, and bad coffee, the trifecta of the job. They passed a glass-walled office. 2 detectives pecked at keyboards with 2 fingers apiece, phones wedged under their chins. A whiteboard behind them was plastered with mugshots, arrows, and acronyms that meant nothing to Miles yet. Further down, 2 uniforms frog-marched a laughing drunk into a side room. The man's laughter rang off the walls, high and mean, boots squeaking as they shoved him through the door. "That's CID, Hart muttered out of the side of his mouth. "Proper busy bastards. Think they run the gaff. Don't let 'em bollock you unless they've actually got rank." Miles nodded too fast, like a schoolboy eager to please. His mouth had dried out. He couldn't think of a single clever reply, so he just kept pace. Hart jabbed a finger left. "Canteen's that way. Food's dog shit, but it'll keep you ticking. Armory's down there. Don't even look at it without clearance, or you'll be meeting HR. Custody's the main event. Biggest block in London. You'll hate it before payday." He shoved open a reinforced door. The temperature dropped instantly. The sound hit them like a wave. Bangs, shouts, metal clanging. The corridor stretched out, lined with big blue steel doors. Each door had a narrow viewing panel, a strip of glass black as a dead eye. Behind them was the soundtrack of Saturday night turning into Sunday morning. Fists pounding metal, drunks bellowing football chants, someone sobbing quietly into the silence between bangs. Miles' chest tightened. His stomach gave a nervous flip. Hart smirked sideways at him. "Sunday after a derby. Arsenal-Chelsea yesterday. You'll hear it in a second." As if summoned, a roar rolled down the corridor, rattling the very doors. "Arsenal! Arsenal!" Miles flinched. The noise vibrated through his ribs. "That'll be tank," Hart said, gum snapping again. Been giving us grief since 4 this morning. From the other side of the corridor, sharper and mocking, another voice fired back. You blow more than fucking bubbles, you lot. Hart rolled his eyes. And that's Daz. West Ham. We nicked him for a bit of green. Thinks he's Michael Bleedin' McIntyre. Bubbles? Miles asked, genuinely lost. Jesus, rookie. Hart gave him a look like he just spat on the Queen's shoes. West Ham's anthem. I'm forever blowing bubbles. If you don't know that round ear, you'll get twatted at the pub. He clapped Miles on the shoulder, grin breaking through the scowl. Stick with me and you might survive. Miles' phone buzzed in his pocket. He fished it out quick. Good luck today. Emily's finally asleep. Miracle. Love you. Lisa. His thumbs flew before he thought. Love you too. First day nerves. Kiss her for me. He slid the phone back into his pocket, exhaled slow. The knot in his chest loosened just a fraction. Wife? Hart asked, catching the look. Yeah, baby girl. 3 months. Christ, Hart smirked. Newborn at home and you join the Met? You're either brave or thick as pig shit. Keep her close. This job will test everything else. Miles tried to laugh, but it came out thin, a breath more than a sound. The chant rolled again, Tank's roar echoing off the steel, Daz's laughter riding on top of it, nasty and amused. Doors rattled. Someone banged a rhythm, and another joined in. Soon the whole corridor seemed to vibrate with it, a pounding heartbeat of steel and rage. Hart gestured down the row. Welcome to Sunday service, son. Arsenal screaming, West Ham singing, and everyone else banging on doors. Get used to it. This is your new church. They moved deeper into custody, Tank's chant and Daz's laughter bouncing after them like a storm that had no end. End of chapter 1. Subscribe and like to get the next chapter.